Let's get a start demo first of Devika AI, right, which is build any kind of app based on that prompt. Now see, which is actually they have just created what I am asking, actually create a game. So they actually create a Python game without any help of me, right? Just getting the prompt and they actually create. So let's see how they can actually create this game. So before proceeding this session, I'm especially recommend go to my channel .NET Real World Example, and here actually we have just created many AI session. So you can just go through all that session, which will be help for you to understand actually what is that LLM model, actually how actually that AI work, right? How we can integrate in our AI in our .NET application, Blazor application, create a chat bot, and also everything actually we have to cover, and many things we will do in upcoming session as well. So that also you can just check it. And now let's get the start implementations. So let's open first Devika AI official website. So this is your Devika AI official website, and here actually there's a step actually for the installation, so don't worry about that. I will tell you all the step in step by step over here. And there is some prerequisition actually before actually set up your Devika AI in your system. So these are required actually that Python higher 3.7, Node.js required, one you have to required, and Git also required. So before proceeding these things, actually you have to just install those things. So this is a normal things, actually this is a very similar installations, like easy installation. So I'm not going to guiding this that you just have to install. So once you install, what you can do, go to this guy, right? So this is my official GitHub link. So if you go to in this GitHub link, it is also it is MIT license, right? So that means it is completely free. There's a no cost and all. And also one more things over here, like if you want to also see, they are mentioning again that installation process over here, but I will guide you in deeply. And then here if you want to install some another additional step over here, so you can install from the Python, you can use it over here. And then JavaScript, one, and UV, and Olama. But Olama things as of now it's not working, so don't worry about that. In upcoming session we'll create for Olama as well. So this is fine. Now first things first, what you need to simply you have to just clone. So copy this guy, go to here, copy this GitHub repository name, and open your uh, command prompt, and then you have to just cloning over here. So simply git clone, you can just clone like that and just hit enter. So it is already, I have already cloning, so that's why it's saying it's already exists. But yeah, if it is first time, definitely it will download in your local machine. So once you complete downloading, then what you need to do, you have to move to directory. So cd devika, because it will create a folder name is a Devika. So you have to just move it Devika, and just make sure okay all that file is available or not. So now see all these files available in here. So simply you have just clear on that. Now second step you have to do actually conda environment setup. So first you have to just install your anaconda, right? So once you install anaconda, so if you check like anaconda is set up or not, so you can just check it over here like that. You will get this anaconda navigator as well as anaconda prompt, right? So also you can just check it over here, conda, then version, you can check it like okay which version of conda actually install. Now see conda is installed over here. So make sure first the conda installation, then you have to proceed next step. Now I have to just activate the conda, right? So let me add that command conda create environment. So name of the environment, you can just specify full name or just shortcut name, and then you can just pass it to Devika. So this is my environment name Devika, and then you can just specify Python, right? And also you can specify the version. So whatever version you have latest, so you can edit. But yeah, it is required more than 3.10 or 3.7, like which we saw in the prerequisition, so that you can edit, and you can just specify as well like that. But as of now what I will do, I will take it a default latest one, so I will use this guy. And now see it is just creating a conda environment. Now it is asking yes, just proceeding with the yes. Now it is saying okay conda actually created. Now you just activate this environment. So copy this guy, and just simply hit it enter over here. Now you're able to see your Devika environment actually set over here. Now we are good to go to proceed the next step. So now let me clear, and then what I can do, I have to install that requirement, right? All that prerequisition requirement. So quickly just add that pip install r requirement txt file, which is actually inside this Devika folder, right? So let hit me enter. It will take some time to actually all that dependencies will be installed this particular project. Now it's done. Now move it to next step. Next step will be actually we have to just initialize that playwrights. So this is that command. If I want to show you, this is that command, npm install playwrights at the rate latest. So we have to set up something for this playwrights. So you have to choose JavaScript or TypeScript. So I have to use the TypeScript, and then also just whatever the default settings we able to keep it over here, and also that GitHub actions is flow false, and then finally it's done, right? So now take it to install. Yes, now it's done. Once this step done, now we have to actually set up that playwright. So previously we have just initialized that playwrights, right? Now we have to install that. So before install you have to just make sure okay npm also install in your machine. So that actually you have to make sure. Now this is also done. So finally we have that install playwrights completely. Now we have to move our UI folder. So go to, if you check the directory, so you will get this is our UI client, actually client application we have to store in this Devika repository in the UI folder. So moving it to that folder UI, right? And then again you just check it what are the files and all. So these are that UI actually using white, right? So the technology actually they are using this guy. After changing the directory, what we have to do that over here, we have to install that all that packages of that UI, right? So how we can do that? Simply we have to use npm and then installed. So make sure before using this command you have to install node.js, right? So then once you here, then you have to just hit enter. So once it's completed, all the packages is download, then simply clear it cls, and again just check it at dir, and here you have to just run your UI applications. So before install run your application, you have to record that one, right? So that I'll show you where you can just download that one. So if you go to this website, right, so this is actually official website of one. So here that mechanism actually for that Mac OS or Linux, so like that actually you have to just find this command and install. For window you can use it, and for the docker you can use it this guy, right? So like that you can do that. Now go back to our here, and here I already installed. So what I will do, simply one run and dep. So hit this and command. This will be running or listening your UI application. So now see our application is running completely over here, right? So but as of now I will not open here because there's a two application we have to run in backend and front end. So backend will connectivity our open AI and all, right? And front end actually just yeah, just a UI, right? So where we can just show that our we can give that prompt and all. So that is done. Now what I have to do, I have to just create another terminal. So what I can do, again I will just use that conda activate, and what is my environment was, it was that Devika. So just activate. Yeah, now it is activate, right? So once it's activate, what I have to do, I just go to our the directory. So this is not our project directory, right? So my project directory is that in our D drive. So I'm just moving to D drive, and where is my project directory? CD project, and let me zoom in, and here my Devika is a folder, right? So here that's my folder, and if I want to check now, see, this is my repository, right? So let me clear it, and here what I need to do, simply I have to run our server. So for the run server command is python devika.py, and that run this command. So might be you can get this prompt, right? So I'll just simply allow. So now you see it is completely running. Devika is up and running. So if you're getting this one, that means everything is looks good, right? So once it looks good, now what I need to do, go to my folder, right? Where is uh, our clone? We have just clone, right? So this is my location, actually project location, and here is the Devika. And here what I need to do, simple, I just go to that again, another command prompt to open, or just I can just open directly from here as a BS code, or directly you can just open the BS code and directly put this location. So there's many way actually you can do that. So what I will do, I will just directly open our. So now see, it is open my BS code on that project, right? And if you see, these are all that files and folder over here which we have just configured, right? So here what I need to do, I have to just make sure this configuration file, see, this is one configuration file which we have to configure. So if you open this file, now you're able to see this section, right? This is an important section. So you have to configure your one of the search engine. This is search engine section, right? And then we have to just specify actually which open AI actually we are trying to use. So there's a many options over here. One is Clad, an open AI, Gemini, Mistro, GRQ, right? uh, Netlify. So there's a many options. So what I will use over here, which is almost free for me as of now, so I will use the Gemini OpenAI, right? And as well as the Google search, but you can use that Bing search also, but you can do that. So if you want to this configuration, how we can configure this guy, so I'll show you where you can do that. So if you go to again that in this guy, our GitHub repository, right? Devika GitHub repository, here they actually that mention over here. If you scroll down, see this search engine setup, right? So here they actually they mention how we have to set up. So if you go to this guy, so let me open this guy here. If you want to Bing setup, so definitely you have to record that Azure subscription and all, and then you have to just create that over here, and then in the Azure, and then you can get this API key and copy that guy, and simply you have to just adding over here, right? So this is one way for that no, Bing one. And if you want to Google search engine, right? So if you want to Google search engine, then you have to record two things. One is the Google search, and then Google search API key ID, and then another one is the Google search engine ID. So where you will get, so if you go to scroll down over here, now see here you can get that API key. So you can go to this link, visit this link. So if you go to this link, create a key over here, create the project and key over here. And then if you want to get that search engine ID, so also you can go to this link, and then you can get this here. So yeah, I'm not going to that, but yeah, I'll show you just little bit things. So for example, if you want to key, so if you open this link, it will land our Google search. And here scroll down, once you click that get key, you will get that get key, right? This is one. And then if you want to search engine, click that search engine over here, it will land this Google one. And just what if you first time, so definitely you have to just create it. So I already just created. So once you click on that, you will get that ID. So I'll just get it from here, right? And then go back to here in our project. Here now everything is we have done, right? So Google search and this is done. Now last thing actually, Gemini, right? I will use the Gemini LLM model, right? But here you can use that OpenAI and other ones which you have, so you can use it. But yeah, I will use that guy. And how we will get that, so that I'll show you. So go to again over here, you can just check it, Pro API, right? You will go to this link and go to this guy, Gemini API. Now you can just create get API key, and here you can just continue and all, right? Once you continue, now I'm over here. Now see, I have just get API key. Once you click that get API key, you can generate over here, and then you can get it, right? So you can get from that API key from here, right? So this is way actually you can get. This is also as of now as a free, but yeah, in upcoming I think it is not free. So it is also using a pays as you go pricing, right? So that is not free actually for that open AI and all. But yeah, they be actually working on it. like they can use a local LLM model, right? So that they will try to use, for example, this you know Mistral one and other one, right? So they will try to do that, but yeah, as of now it is not free. So that is one. First, once you have the complete this configuration, so what I can do, simply I will run. So how we can run? So go to again your command prompt over here and go to this listening one which is running, right? So I just uh, control plus click on that. Now your UI will be run over here. So what you need to do first you have to just create a project. Let me create a project name, for example, life of game, and just okay. And then you have to just choose over here which search you want to use, right? So I will use that Google one because I just set up Google. And also there's a model, you know AI model over here. So there's a many models over here, which one you want to try. So I have just set up Gemini one, so that's why I will use the Gemini one. And here I just asking to prompt to create our game, right? So what I will ask to generate, okay, implement this game of that live Python using pygame, right? And let's see how they can create and build this game. And see, they are trying to some steps. Using this step they will try, and meanwhile also we can check in backend, right? So this is our backend service. They are trying to connect our you know Google engine, right? And Google search engine and all everything they're trying to connect and get back the response over here. And they also actually, if required some research on browser, so they will also able to do that. Now see, they actually searching from here the convey game with the life of twist over here, and they getting some code and all, right? Now they actually see over here, they complete the game and all, right? And let's see how, let's see the run this game using over here. So go to that, and where our project is the Devika folder. And in this Devika folder you have to look for the data and project folder, and this is my game folder. Now see, they have just created this guy. And let's try to run. So here directly what I can do, simply go to that command prompt, right? So I'm going to in this command prompt, and I will just activate our conda. So conda activate Devika, right? So let me go to this environment, and then simplify run this command python convey dot py, and that hit enter. Now see, perfectly fine. Now it's just creating a game, right? So this is actually we are expecting, right? So this is how easy they can generating the game without any help anyone, right? So that is the main beauty of Devika AI. So that is perfect, right? So now we are good to go, right? And now not only this, we are trying to do something else. Okay, so let me close that, right? And also close this guy. And if I ask something else, right? So let me create another project over here, and for example calculator, right? And then hit okay. And then just asking, okay, please create a web UI calculator using python, right? And hit enter, and see how they are created. Now they are taking some steps, right? These are the steps, and also they are searching for the browser if they require some search and all, right? So they are trying to search, and they were trying to create that project as well. Even they search also here, see, they are searching on YouTube and all are as well. Now they generating some code and all here, and they are completed. Now see how they looks like they are generated. Go to again the Devika, go to the Devika folder, data, project, and calculator. Now see, they create a py and also create the template, right? So let me run this guy also. So go to again this folder, right? This is my folder, and activate that conda, activate and Devika, and here just run this python app dot py. See, it is running on this guy, right? So let me start run now. we are able to see web UI calculator as well. See, they are the number, like for example 2 3 and 3 2, and once I calculate, we are getting that calculate result, right? And then again, just over here, for example, whatever you think like multiply, so calculate, it is multiply as well. So this is also perfectly fine without any help and all, right? So they just we are based on our instruction, they are just creating the project, right? This is a very powerful things, right? So that's all for this session, and thank you, have a nice day, and don't forget to like, subscribe and share.